Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 5.
So I lost.
So last time out we
That's only a shadow.
went into Sai's palace
Why are
and
you
we
so-
finally kicked Shadow Sai's ass once and for all.
Sorry. We'll
And
go
so
grab
now
the
pretty
treasure.
much we're done, so we just gotta grab the treasure and get the fuck out.
I don't think it's wrong to bring light to evils which can't be judged by law. That's all the Phantom Thieves have been trying to do too. But these aggressive investigations? Twisting the truth for your own personal gain? Please. You have to think back to the feelings you had when you first wanted to be a prosecutor. Think about your justice, sis.
Justice.
So yeah, Makoto's trying
Try
to
to remember how you used to be.
get Sai back to the way she used to be.
Nijima-san. She's just like my father. What caused them to change like this?
Even though their own desires were the cause, succumbing to
Well,
such destruction is
what
strange.
caused them to become like
Is there
this?
another
Basically
reason
just
they don't know of?
a need to
We found it.
it's just a slow distortion of desires
Investigation will now be able
of their
to proceed.
desires and needing to
The suspicions against you will be
succeed
lifted
and
as well.
having
Still
that
with
take
me?
precedence above all
It was a
else.
great experience for me.
Sure thing, Akechi. And so my bond with Akechi is going deeper. So he's now at rank number 7.
All right.
3 more ranks to go. And that's not going to go... And that's... his goes through the story, so we don't have to deal with anything to do with him. Back to your real work now, bitch.
Yes.
Get going.
You all shall end this Phantom Thieves business. That was part of the promise after
Yeah,
all.
yeah, fine.
Don't forget.
We promised, so we'll do it. Just, you know,
Alright, we
fuck
don't
off
have
now.
to stay here any longer. Are you alright?
Yep.
I am. Let's go. Huh?
It's time for us to move on.
Enemy readings. When did they?
Uh-oh.
They're gathering outside.
Oh, shit.
For real? What the hell's going on?
So yeah, this part here directly
This doesn't look
this is the
good.
part that directly links us back to the very beginning of the
Palace
game,
ruler and even stole the
when we were
treasure.
all
Yet the
when
shadows are
our
still
main
restless.
character was
It doesn't make any sense.
running
What's
through
going on
Sai's
here?
palace and escaping
There are more
from
coming? This'll be dangerous if we don't do something.
from cops and special services. So yeah,
We need to go now.
we've got to get the fuck out of
Guys,
here
the
really
live suits are
quickly.
almost here. We'll be done for if we get
So, yeah.
surrounded.
Futaba's
Team
picking
this
something
large
up.
would be discovered immediately. We had best split up for our escape.
Yep.
Although,
So everybody needs to we need to split up and get going.
Decoy. No, that's too
Oh,
dangerous.
we need a decoy. I wonder who's going to act as the decoy.
Joker? Are you planning on distracting them by yourself?
I'm good at this shit.
He's quiet.
You should know by now.
Once his mind's made up, he's not gonna take no for an answer. I'm
Damn
sure
right.
He ain't gonna die.
Ryuji, you know me
What's
well
you
enough.
talking about here?
Please don't do anything reckless.
I'll be
okay?
fine.
I'll never forgive you if you don't make it back. We still haven't fulfilled our deal, remember? Even more
Yeah, yeah, I
coming.
know. For God's sake.
This truly is a
Stop-
painfully
Stop
reluctant
bothering me.
process.
Just let me get on with this.
Seems we had best hurry.
We'll see you later.
So I got the treasure. It's time for us to get the fuck out. Time to get going. And of course, this cutscene's played at the beginning, and then this next section here is pretty much almost note for note the very beginning of the game. Except this time we're going to be when we hear the people on the intercom talking to us, we're going to be seeing who was actually talking to us at that point. So that's kind of cool. I always love me a good anime cutscene. These are so well animated, I really like them. They look so good. It's something that I think gives Persona, the Persona series, especially 4 and 5, gives its own unique flavour. To be fair, I think they've done it in all of them, except for 1. I think they started with 2. The 2 duology, Innocent Sin and Eternal Punishment, is when they first started using the anime cutscenes. But they really ramped it up in 4 and 5.
This is our only chance.
Stay calm.
So yeah,
You can get
same
away.
dialogue, and but this time we get to find out who's speaking those words. So it's time for us to get the fuck out as quickly as we can.
Don't worry about us. Just concentrate
And I think I said this right at the beginning of the game, but in Royal, it's at this point where things start to... This is the point where things really start to change story-wise in Royal, where we're introduced to the new character in that game. Rather, we are... Yeah, I guess we are introduced right at the beginning of Persona 5 Royal to the brand new character. Oh shit.
Take him down, Joker.
So yeah, we've got to take him down again. And it's pretty much the same fight as well. Yeah, it's the same enemy. So it'll have the same weakness. But what's interesting here is actually you have an extra cutscene if, like me, you've got rid of Arsene. Where Arsene kind of reappears for you because he's supposed to be here. Because he's supposed to show up at the very beginning of the... He shows up at the very beginning of the game. Because it's the only persona that you have at that point. But at this point, we've got rid of him, so we have this little cutscene to say, basically. So now you can use Arsene again. I think you can use him if you want to. But we don't give a shit. So I'm just using the persona I've got at the moment. Yeah, this isn't really going to cause you any issues because you're taking hardly any damage. And you're really damaging him a hell of a lot. 3 hits and he's down. So there we go. And then we have a little cutscene where he says goodbye. And it's kind of like, you know, just letting you know, basically, this is the point where, you know, your fate is going to be determined. It's near the end game, baby. So if you've got stuff that you want to do, then this next section of the game, this is when you're going to want to do all your social links. This is when you're going to want to do all your side stuff that you haven't done up to this point. Because we're getting very, very fucking close to the very end of the game. So, yeah. It's not really spoilery to say that we've still got a couple of dungeons to go after this. You know. Time to run away. Bye, boys. I can't stick around all day. Time to head through the door and to get the fuck out. So yeah, pretty much this is pretty much all the same from the beginning of the game up until
Come on, man.
you get captured and thrown in jail. And it's at this point, yeah, that the new character gets introduced. I think it's... Where is it? No, it's a bit further back. They added an extra room in Persona 5 Royal to introduce the new character exclusively for that game.
Huh? What?
Which is kind of cool. Oh shit. Enemy. This is kind of annoying because it's good for the early on in the game because it's a good like tutorial on how hiding from enemies works, but I wish you could speed through that a bit more. But yeah, as you can see, it's pretty much all the same, shot for shot from the opening of the game, which is actually pretty cool. Also cuts down, I guess, on the amount of don't have to come up with new animation. Can reuse the old animation and reuse some of the old cutscenes.
Something wrong?
While still having a good reason for it,
You're there.
which is kind of awesome.
That's just how it is. After that commotion, the bottom floor is completely closed off. Hey, can you make it?
Over there.
Of course I can.
There's nowhere to run.
I'm the badass main character. See you, boys. And I'm sure it's been mentioned before, but the voice actor who plays Joker is also the announcer for Smash Brothers. Kind of an odd choice. play this character, but there's not. To be fair, there's not a lot. Joker does not have a lot of lines in Persona 5 at all.
What's wrong? These readings. It can't be. What happened? An ambush?
Uh-oh.
Joker, can you handle this?
I think we're in deep shit.
Capture him! Let's go!
Time to run away. Fuck. I wonder what's going to happen. This always, the sound of this always makes me wince. Oh, it sounds so painful, dude. There you go.
Suspect secure.
So many bad guys.
Didn't expect to find
Well,
some kid.
technically they're police, I suppose, so they're not
You
bad.
have your teammate to thank. You
Sorry about that.
We're sold out.
Huh? I was fucking sold out.
Suspect confirmed.
I'm gonna kill Morgana. Time to get the fuck out. And yeah, so this next section, after the after we woken up here, and we actually get back to the current day, talking to Sai. This is where the story really starts to like pick up, and we really start to learn about what the actual fuck has happened, and
Dozing off.
what our plan was of getting the fuck out of this.
You still don't get it, do you?
Motherfucker.
Give it up. Come on, cooperate.
Ugh.
What? You want another shot?
My head is not a stool. Leave me alone.
Huh? What about the camera? Are you thinking it can be used as video evidence?
Yeah, same thing.
So you're not that
I have to use the same line. I
Which
mean,
is
it's
good.
canon.
We get to take
For
as
my
much
playthrough.
time as we need. Obstruction
Yeah,
of
big man
justice,
kicking a teenager while he's
blackmail,
down.
Defamation, possession
Little
of
bitch.
weapons. Manslaughter too, yeah? Talk about the works. To think that all those
And once again,
crimes
it's the
were
same
led by a punk
cutscene
like
as from the
this.
very beginning of the game.
You seem to be enjoying every second.
Except we don't actually sign our name onto the paper this time. It's just automatically done.
You should know your place.
Know your place, bitch. No. How about no? Get lost.
Sign here.
Yeah. And once again, this is kind of like
Professional under your name.
a commentary on you know, the Japanese legal system and
Don't
how high
expect to
the
walk out of here in one piece. We are going to make you understand. One must take full responsibility for their actions.
the high success rate of getting crime, you know, of solving crimes, and how there's a lot of stuff going on that, you know, basically forge confessions and that kind of shit. And so yeah, that was us. And now from now on, for the rest of the game, we're now not telling the story of what happened, but it's going back to the present day and us discussing stuff with Sai. So basically, from this point onwards, it's just going to be,
What business do you have here?
Just let me through.
you
It's
know,
urgent.
instead of
Something I need to
going
confirm with
back
the
and
suspect.
explaining everything, it's
Digimon
now just
San,
going to go
believe
straight forward
this case is no longer
from
in your jurisdiction.
our conversation with Sai
Besides,
to
You
further into the
prosecutor
future with the rest
Sainishima?
of the game.
There's a call from your director. Hurry and get it over with. To be frank, you're being an inconvenience.
Fuck you too, buddy.
I ordered you to stand by.
I'm responsible for this case, yet I'm not even being allowed an interrogation.
Yeah.
I'm calling because I knew you.
By the way, all the stuff that's about to happen, which I won't
I will
spoil
not be
yet,
convinced
but
unless
all
I
the stuff
confirm
that's
it
about
for
to happen
myself.
wouldn't have
This is
actually
my case.
mattered. It wouldn't have been able to occur
I won't be expecting
the way
much, though.
it was planned out if Sai hadn't gone against her superior's orders and gone to get her interrogation in. So yeah, a lot is owed to Sai for the story continuing. To be honest, so
I understand.
let's get on with this, shall we? So yeah, now it's time to continue the story further on. And first we're talking with...
Now that you have traversed
So yeah,
a long,
back with
perilous
Igor
recollection,
in
you
the
truly
Velvet Room.
have entered the present. The effects of that drug are going to wear off soon.
Yep.
This is your golden opportunity. You must grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin. The evil influence who
Yep.
wishes you dead is fast approaching.
So it's pretty much telling you at this
If
point
you
that,
want
yeah,
to win
this is the important bit.
unreasonable
If you want to
If you wish
continue,
to take back your
then you've got to
stolen
be
future,
very careful in what you
recall the
in
bonds
what
you
answers
formed
you
with
choose
your
next.
allies, and grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin.
I understand. What are you laughing at, you old fuck? Alright, let's get going. Now comes the interesting stuff.
I see.
Right, we've
So
got all that
that's what
stuff out
led
of the
to
way.
your ending up here.
Now it's time to talk to Sai again.
What a disappointing end to the hero of justice. I still can't believe it. But I now have a general idea of the methods you used for your crimes. There's much more I'd like to ask, but
See
my
the
allotted
phone on the
time is
table?
nearly up.
It's
I
important.
do have a suggestion,
We'll see
though.
very, very soon.
Care to strike a deal? If you cooperate with me, I'll consider lightening your sentence.
Okay, so this next part, this is where you can still get the bad end. You can still get
I have a
the good
responsibility
ending
to solve this
or the
case.
bad ending.
I will win, even if it means
Okay.
brokering a deal with
There's
you.
two specific
Your
points at
operation
which you
was
need
weak and
to
you failed
answer
to change my heart.
to do a
There's
specific
no point in being
thing.
obstinate now.
Sorry, to do a specific thing in order to continue the story. This is one of those points.
You'll most likely be given life imprisonment or the death penalty.
So basically what Sai's
Unless you
going to
accept
ask
my
you a
proposal.
couple of questions in a minute
Going
here.
forward, I will read
And
a
it's
list
very
of people
important
who are
how you
closest to
answer.
you in this case. Tell me honestly whether or not the
'Cause-
following are involved with the
So here we
Phantom
go, because this is what Sai wants. Sai wants
First,
you to
the friend
basically
who you've
sell
been
out your
with since
teammates.
The day you transferred to Shujin.
She
Ryuji
knows,
Sakamoto,
so she's going to
one of the
name
victims of the Kamoshida case.
Ryuji,
Takamaki,
An,
Ichiryusai Madarame's pupil,
Yusuke,
Kitagawa,
and
the daughter of Wakaba Ishiki,
and
Futaba
Futaba.
the heiress to the Okumura Foods legacy and daughter
And,
of its
Haru.
CEO, Haru Okumura.
As well as
And
her sister.
frequently probing student council president
So,
of Shujin Academy,
those are all our party members.
Makoto
Those are all the
Nijima.
people who have been involved in our crime
Those are
in
your
our
accomplices
crimes
in
so
the
far.
Phantom Thieves case, are they not?
She asked you whether they're your accomplices or not. You have
So
to
you
choose.
won't sell out your
If you
friends.
want the game to
Then
continue
let me
and you want the
change
best
question.
ending,
I
you
find it
can't
hard
sell
to
out your
believe that
friends.
high
You have to
schoolers
say
could have pulled
no.
off these crimes by
Um,
themselves. Were there not
also
others
ask a
outside of your
second
direct group who
group,
encouraged your
And
crimes
basically,
or
these are
lent
the
their
adults
aid?
that helped you out,
Not to repeat
like Boss and
myself,
that kind of
but
people.
remember that your life will
Um,
be forfeit if your sentence is not
And
lightened.
so she'll ask you,
You
well,
had the cooperation
will you
of
sell out
people
those
outside
people?
your group.
Did you get help from people
Can
outside
you
the
tell me
group?
about them?
Can you tell them about them? If you say I'll tell you everything, it's the end of the game,
I see.
and you get the bad
So
ending.
you won't speak a
If
word
you
about either your
Don't,
teammates or your
if you
collaborators.
say no to both of those,
Do you
then that
even
means you've
understand the position that you're in?
cracked it, and
Let's
basically
discuss one other person. Goro
the
Akechi.
rest of the game can continue.
There are
Now,
reports that he was acting
the
alongside
second
Phantom
point at
Thieves
which
as well.
you can still
Might
fuck up
he
and get
be
the
a
bad
part of your
ending,
team too?
that doesn't come up until after the
So Goro Akechi wasn't one of you.
Sorry,
Very well.
until the end of the game.
So
Sorry,
be it.
the end of the
You
next
clearly
dungeon.
have no intention of bargaining
There'll be
with
another question that you'll be asked, but I won't say anything about that yet. So,
Even now,
I'm sorry.
you're still acting as
I
though
can't
you're a
bargain
hero
with you.
of justice. Your teammates have sacrificed you in
I
order
can't
to
bargain
escape,
with you.
yet
I won't
wish
sell
to
out my
defend
friends.
their honor?
So, fuck you.
Why won't you talk about
Sorry,
them?
Sai. It's wrong.
Don't be ridiculous. You're the one who's made wrong choices. Justice?
You call this justice?
Then tell me, what is this justice you speak of?
Saving others.
Saving others? What an awfully simple response. You
Hey,
continue to stand
don't be so
firm.
mean. I think it's a good thing
You're
to save
implying
others, so,
that we
you
have
know,
no
screw you,
evidence on
Si.
you. You're right.
I'm doing the right
We
thing
have
here.
nothing. And it doesn't help that your story sounds like a fairy tale. But many people have fallen victim to this. We need to learn the truth. The truth, huh?
I've been telling you the truth the whole
I don't
time,
even
love.
know what's right anymore.
Has it
And
not
it's
got
all
through
due
to your
your
head yet?
strange story. After all
still
this,
doubt me?
you're still...
The drug is
Are
starting
you
to wear
listening?
off.
The side effects of the truth serum should be wearing off. I won't be deceived by such a poor act.
Yeah. So basically, at this point, I've got to get this done now, because if I start speaking after this, Sai is not going to have any reason to believe me, because the truth serum will wear off. This is a major point as to who
Hey,
the guy who sold us out was.
Unfortunately, my time
Think
has
back to the
run out.
very
Although I
near
find
the
your
beginning,
story to be quite interesting,
near the
I won't
first
be able to
third
speak with you
of the
any longer.
game. Who was it who talked about pancakes?
Huh?
I won't say anything
What
more
are you
yet,
getting at?
because we got other stuff.
That's right.
Because
No matter the
I don't want to
results
spoil
of this
it
case, I won't be
just
taking
yet.
credit. I even had to call in a large favor just to conduct this interrogation.
That's right, if I remember.
Thing we asked you to look into go.
Yeah, so this is all the stuff that was blurred out so that we don't
Good. It looks like we can make this
we
one
don't
for
spoil
further.
the how all this is going to work out
Hey,
too early.
are you listening? Our time's up. We're
I'm
done
listening, for
talking
God's
here.
sake.
Goodbye. Do you
Do you
mean
know this place?
interrogation room? Why wouldn't I know about it? What an odd thing to ask. Anyhow, there's one last thing I want to ask you. There's something that's been bothering me for some time now. Recently, I was removed from my post as head of this investigation and was told to remain on standby. A short while later, I received word you were caught in the act, within some bizarre phenomenon. But that was all I was told. You were told someone sold you out, correct? If that's true, who could
I
it
was.
have been? Don't you have any idea?
And we're going to find out who that is very, very shortly. Not in this part, sadly, but
Suspicions
next
were
part
true
definitely.
in the end. Still, to think his true intention was
So
to
yes,
sell us out.
Morgana had his suspicions confirmed
It's all
about
up to
who
you
it was.
later.
Interesting.
Okay then. Giving him the phone without
I've got
arousing
this.
suspicion will be easier said than done.
So yes,
Counting on you to pull this one off.
we need to get our phone
What's wrong?
into the
Don't you have an idea as to who sold you out?
traitor's hands. That is part of the plan. I want to make a deal with you, Sai.
Yes, very well. Go on. If you know something, you must tell me. I won't allow things to end like this.
The phone.
You mean this? I've been told the lock on it is quite complicated, but it's only a matter of time until it's cracked. What's so important about this smartphone? Are you going to unlock
Best of
it and
luck
show
with
me the data?
trying to get through Futaba's handiwork, I'll tell you that much.
She hasn't slept for days while she's been getting that app ready. Now we gotta figure out a way to show him the phone.
Yep, so the phone is a critical part of the plan. So we'll see what happens.
Makoto and the others
We won't be
should have
finding out until
I'm talking about the
we won't be
true
finding out
culprit here.
about this until next
You know,
part, though.
the
To be
traitor.
fair, this section
Hey,
takes a while to
What are
get
you
through.
trying to get at here? And what about this smartphone?
Show it to the traitor.
The traitor?
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security question.
Yeah, okay. So they've pretty much ruined it here. So I might as well say it at this point. Yeah, it's kind of fucking obvious, but at this point that the guy, the traitor is Akechi.
Please.
It's kind of,
I need
it should be
you to
kind of
clear
obvious.
with me. Who am I
because it's someone within our group. And we know none of our mates would do that, so it has to be him. Not a teammate. I already told you.
My God.
Yes, because they pretty much spell it out for you there that it's Akechi. I mean, you'd have to be an idiot not to recognize his voice there. Get it to Akechi, and we can sort all this shit out, I will tell you. You will find out everything. You'll find out the truth.
This is as far as our conversation can go. This will be my last involvement with this case.
Okay.
Very well. I've listened to your whole story, so I may as well play along to the end. And that honest look in your eyes.
And Sai's a good one after all.
I used to view the world the same way too once. I'll place my bet on you. I just need to show him the phone.
And I kind of like this as well, that, you know, it over the conversation that we have with Sai, it kind of goes from... she does go through like an actual change where it's like... at the beginning she's very much like Sai in the palace, where she's just kind of obsessed with just getting as much information out of you as humanly possible, and then by the end she kind of, by this point she kind of comes around to your side and is, you know, really wants to help you. So I kind of like that. It's kind of a cool thing. True justice. This does absolutely nothing from what I understand. It's just but we can now make Satan the most powerful, the devil arcana.
I'll be going now.
So yeah, we need Sai to deliver that phone to Akechi. You'll see. But anyway, that's going to be it for this part of Persona 5. Join me next time for the next part of Persona 5, when we're going to be continuing through, I guess, what is like the conclusion of this section, and we're also going to be finding out in the next part or two exactly what the hell our plan was in order to help us get out of this situation. So join me next time for the next part of Persona 5. See you next time.